Special thanks to Red Thingy for providing us with today's MSM Draw. Submit a drawing prompt with the hashtag MSM Draw in this video for a chance for it to be drawn in the next one. Alright class, settle down. Let's begin today's lesson of what's in a name. The two monsters that we'll be looking at today are the epic Blabbit and the Torrt. The epic Blabbit gets its species name from the words blab, rabbit, blub, and perhaps bubble. Its first name, Bambi, refers to the famous deer of the same name. This is relevant to the epic Blabbit because it is a combination of a deer and a rabbit. Cervinae comes from the root word cervid and the family of deer, Cervidae, basically just means deer. Doe comes from the 1965 film The Sound of Music. In the movie, a song is sung about the musical scale, do, re, and mi, like the Dipsters. In the song, doe is likened to a deer, a female deer. Gallivantler comes from the word gallivant, which means to travel energetically and happily, just like you would picture the Easter Bunny to do. It also contains the word antler for obvious reasons. Hasenbach is just German for rabbit deer. This is because the Easter Bunny tradition originated in Germany. Hare comes from the words hear, ear, and hare, which is a big type of rabbit. Jack Blabbit comes from Jack Rabbit, which is a rabbit relative native to the North Americas. Jacko is a shortening of the word jackalope, which is a fictional creature created when the antlers of a deer were attached to the head of a rabbit, alluding to the epic Blabbit's design. Cottontail is a corruption of the name Cottontail, specifically of the Peter variety. Peter Cottontail is a book about a rabbit. Lopey contains two words. First, it references a lop-eared rabbit, which is very cute. Secondly, it references the verb to lope, which means to move in great leaps. Now let's move on to Torrt. Its name comes from tortus, terra, which is Latin for earth, and perhaps dirt. Now, I'll be honest with y'all, and you can probably guess from the thumbnail, but my research on the Torrt regrettably came up short. It would be awesome of you to notify me in the comments if you figure out what some of these names mean, in order to help out me and the community. At any rate, Dhrenzie is the first name the Torrt can have. For the Torrt, all these names can show up in both Dawn of Fire and the base game of My Singing Monsters. I searched high and low for the meaning to Dhrenzie. It doesn't look to be another language, nor the species name for a type of turtle or tortoise. It doesn't match with any prehistoric age. The closest thing I could find was the fact that the company DHR International, the leading three letters in the name Dhrenzie, owns a business called Turtle Wax. And then Enzi is a Swahili name that means powerful. Elgic, I don't even know. Good luck. Gaug reminds me of the Gog Thumpy, but there aren't many similarities. It could allude to gouge, which resembles the canyons between the scutes of the Tort's shell. Grimace is a combination of the words grimace, which the Torrt could arguably doing with its face, and myth, due to the fact that it is a rarely seen cosmic being. Myrtle references this particular green turtle, who is famously old at around 95 years. Nound could pull from a lot of words. Sound, ground, mound, and pound are all contenders. The N-O-U in its name could be derived from the tortoise genus Manuria. Shreebelle could be from Cybele, the Anatolian goddess of the earth. Stalactort comes from stalactite and tort. A helpful hint when it comes to differentiating between stalactites and stalagmites. Think tight for top and mite for mound. I don't know, it works for me. Thurk comes from thunk, an onomatopoeia for when the monster drums, and lurk, which is what the Torrt would do inside of its shell. Tombaka is a nice complex name. It's derived primarily from the tombak, a tribal drum that is related to the Torrt drums. It also incorporates toms, a type of standard kit drum, and back, because the Torrt hits its back to make a tom sound. And finally, Akka is the Finnish goddess of the earth. When it comes to Yarsen, I could only think of Gerson from Undertale. The Yar part could come from the word yer, which is earth in Azerbaijani. And there's the bell, so that means class is dismissed. I'll see all of you guys later.